Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Spinner Tarot by Trungles. There's a website for them, chroniclebooks.com. If I can get that to focus. Focus! There we go. So if you want to freeze frame there and search that out, you are more than welcome to, of course. Supportive Oracle Cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle Cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Reisch-Baskin. Websites for them, ToriHartman.com, and there's also Watkins with an S Publishing.co.uk. There's also WatkinsPublishing.com. That's on a different deck by Tori Hartman. So if any of that information helps you, enjoy. What do we have for the... Oh, that's a good card for you. What is... We got a lot. We're going to have a lot of cards this time. We got a few extra. Okay. So... Alright, so communication and speed. That seems like Leo 101. Communication and speed. Like King of Swords, Eight of Wands. Like this feels like Leo 101 to me. You guys are not shy usually. Stereotypical Leo is not shy and usually gets things done. They're usually very involved with things. They're not afraid to tell people what they think, feel, or see. If this is how you're viewing it, like people usually don't have to guess where you're standing on most issues. You're very active. It's not really a problem. The way this situation is working out, I feel like it's to deal with somebody else. Somebody else is like, I feel like there's stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. But it's like, the stop and go is like when they're relating to you. Because it's like, I feel like they're more, how do I put this? They seem to be like on this, set tempo, boom, 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 boom. But it's only like every now and then that they come towards you. So it seems random when they come towards you or random when they actually deal with you. And I feel like they are getting some stuff done that they're just not, they're not letting you know that. They just don't want to let you know what they're doing. I'm getting the Nine of Wands, like it's like holding, the Nine of Wands is holding the line. I feel like they keep a lot from you and they've just decided that that's what they're going to do. You're not the only person they do that with. You're nowhere near the only person they do that with. And they feel like this is how they keep things where they want them. I don't think they need to be this controlling about it, but they are. There's a very strong control feel here. We got the Knight of Pentacles coming forward. The more you try to get control of this or try to find out what's going on or push it forward, the more resistance you get. And there's this king energy here, like you're coming up against, which means it can match or evade you successfully. Match or evade you successfully. That's not often. It's all about how they're handling it, because I feel like they might be just flat out avoiding you, blocking your access, just ignoring your calls, texts, or whatever until they're good and ready to respond in the way that they want to. There's a control thing here, very much. The thing is, they're constantly working at whatever's going on, and it does work out. It does work out for you and for them, so it is working out very well. But the control thing here is really like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And it's kind of like you have things, you have ideas, you're like, I can make this happen, I want to make that happen, I want to do this, I want to do that. But you keep getting blocked because they just don't allow you access, or they don't respond to your communication. I feel like that's what it is. They're not responding to your communication, which that's why these come up as challenge cards. Kind of like, I have ideas, or I'm seeing things, I need to communicate this, but I can't even do that because this person just won't even acknowledge anything I send them for days sometimes. I feel like for days. Maybe for some of you, this is like they won't respond to you to the end of the day. But it's still kind of like by the time end of the day comes in, all this stuff that I could have done, I can't do now. It's all kind of like past its prime. I can't do. I have to go on to other things now. So it's kind of like things could have gone better if they responded to me, but they didn't. I feel like I'm frustrated. I'm trying to make decisions on my own. I'm trying to be a team player for a lot of you. Kind of like I'm trying to do what I need to do and go along with things the way I need to go along with things. But I'm frustrated with it. I am frustrated, and I'm acting like I like it a lot more than I actually do. I'm doing this team player thing. The stress here for you is kind of like I don't feel like I'm being listened to. I don't feel like I'm being heard. And it's stressful. Yeah, you are still successful with it. Kind of like, yeah, there's a lot of stress. No, you don't really like it, but you're still making it work. It's kind of like, all right, I'm going to make what I have. My piece, I'm going to make work out. My piece, I'm going to keep moving with. And it does become more stressful over time. I get conflicting energy, kind of like, I keep trying to find a better way to do it. I keep trying to build a better mousetrap, I guess. Like, I'm trying to find a way to get in there and do things differently. I'm trying to negotiate with this person to get them to communicate with me more, kind of like, maybe we could do it like this, or if you could just give me a quick yes-no answer on that. When I send you something, it's not working. They're just not responding to you. I feel like this is like somebody not responding. They're just constantly not responding until they want to. They're saying it's really good that you put the information out there. When this is all said and done, I feel like you definitely want to have some type of paper trail or maybe like electronic trail of all the times you put the information out there like you needed to. So that way if something goes a little kaflooey and people are like, well, why didn't you say something? You're like, I did like 50 times and I was ignored. I feel like that's the best we can do with this right now. Whatever it is, it's a control thing. The thing is, if somebody's going to insist on control, they also default to the responsibility, because if they won't let anybody else have control, that means nobody else can have the responsibility. Nobody else is allowed the responsibility. So how can you make a sound decision or change something or give a heads up if people are just ignoring you? And it's not your fault that they're ignoring you. I don't think you're the only one they're doing this to. Because something's going to kind of fall apart later. The Five of Wands comes in. These two together is what I'm really feeling. Due to the way things are run, things are going to fall in. Like, this energy just won't listen to you. They're just kind of like, ugh, the Leo's going on again. I'm just not good. Because they don't even read the texts, I feel. Like, they won't answer you to the end of the day or after a couple days have passed, and then they don't even read them. But that's not your fault. You did your due diligence. You put the information out there. Keep doing that is what I'm getting. Keep doing it, because it's going to save your butt in the long run. It's going to be like, listen, what else can I do? I can't shut down everything I have here, go jump in my car and hunt them down until I find them and force them to listen to me. Like, I can't do that. I don't have the time for that, nor is that appropriate. If they're not willing to listen, that's on them. That is on them. And because things are going to go a little kaflooey. Faith is kind of like they're going to learn the hard way, but I feel like it's kind of like this shouldn't go against you. Whatever's going kaflooey, even though I think that's why the Sun card's coming out. Because I think at some point the dynamic will shift, and I think things will go better for you later. When they go kaflooey, I don't think it's the worst thing ever. Whatever that is, but I feel like once that happens, then you have other people standing with you, kind of like, this has to be, reconstructed, but there's also people standing with you, like, making sure that it does stay reconstructed. Like, if we're going to do things differently, like, this person, for example, right now, maybe they're only answering emails at the end of the day. It's kind of like, well, that didn't work. Obviously, we missed out on some really good opportunities because of that. From now on, 9 o'clock, noon, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And I must feel like they're saying, maybe even they're making this real easy. Kind of like, all right, everybody who was going to send that person an email, send it to this one person, make it short and sweet. They'll compact it into one things. They'll give them the highlights, and they'll put next to it who brought in for the information. So if they need more information, they can look at it real quick. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, wait, that's something we need to know. Who did this? The Leo. Let me contact the Leo so I can get more information. Kind of like, all right, this is how we're going to have to do it. This is how we're going to have to reconstruct it. Everybody send your emails to Joshua. I don't know why. Joshua will look at everything and put it in a small, very concise email and send it off at 9 o'clock, noon, 3 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. And then this person could just take a quick moment, look at the bullet points, who sent it. If they have questions, they know who to go to. That way things don't get missed. I feel like that's when things are going to go more your favor, because I feel like you're the one that's going to have the information. Leo tends to be in the know. So you're gonna be more in the power position then. I also feel like when that starts happening, this person isn't gonna like it. The way they're gonna try to work through it or work around it is kind of like, all right, since you seem to know a lot about that, Leo, how about you just take this piece and you just handle it and do what you want with it, unless there's big changes. If there's gonna be a big change that's gonna affect other people, let me know. But if you can contain it within its own sphere of influence, do what you want to do there. Just make sure this works out and that works out. I feel like you get more control in the long run. It's just kind of waiting it out. But I do feel like because they don't like it, they're like, all right, since the Leo knows everything, here, you deal with this. Just keep me in mind. And it might be like, all right, just send me the bullet points at the end of the day, what you did, and just keep it very short and concise, and I'll just keep an eye on it. And I feel like you're like, okay, I can do that. Because I feel like I only let them know like the basics and I make it short and sweet. Only if there's a problem that I really feel like I need to let them know do I make it more detailed. And I feel like this is where things go more in your favor. Waiting it out is what's going to work for you, and it's kind of like that has to happen first. First part that has to happen is it has to go a little kaflooey. Second part that has to happen is like they have to get bored or not. They don't like with all the communication. They're like, no, this is too much of my day. I don't like all this communication. That's the second part. So once they get through that, they're gonna be like, all right, now let me hand this over to Leo. Leo can do it and leave me alone, and I can go back to living life the way I want to. And then you're like, you're happy, they're happy. It takes a lot to get there. But you do finally get there. All right, I think we're good. I'm going to shut that down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below as well. Same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.